making a part two. Y'all was saying y'all gonna do this to me, that to me, and that no, she ain't gonna make it. Oh, I can guarantee this. I can do this and that. And I'm like, do these people not understand every time they put me in the hospital, I don't die. I get up. Every time they damage something, I heal it. I get up. Every time they put me on any form of a death, I figure it out. I solve it. I get up. I've been at my worst to the point where I know I can go down in the Guinness Book of World Records. I know there's nobody else that has made it through the shit I've made it through. Didn't even want to give me credit for that. Didn't want to pay my malpractice, no social security disability, no disability. You didn't want to give me credit for my car accidents. You didn't want to give me credit for my brain. Didn't want to give me credit for like my 401k or my jobs. You didn't want to give me credit for even making software after me. You didn't want to give me credit for a fucking thing. And I still persevered. I saw my ideas appear in stores, appear on TV. I saw my creations be in the hands of other people. And I was wondering how. I started catching on to the clone of my phone. I started catching on to the people in my neighborhood and how they moved in close. I started catching on to the different churches and things around me. And I started catching on to them faces y'all motherfuckers be making. Even down to the preacher man. Look like he's seen a ghost. I know, because I'm the motherfucking ghost. Getting reassurances from people in my family like, nah, she down. Nah, like she ain't getting back up. Nah, like, yeah, you can keep on paying us because we're going to keep doing our job over here. Did you not? You don't read. I noticed that everybody is stuck on a certain era in time. They do not go past the 1600s. And if you do, you still don't go past 5,000 years in history, maybe 6,000 years in history. But you don't. You refuse to acknowledge a woman. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with y'all, but y'all want to fuck a woman all goddamn day. But you don't want to acknowledge where the hell you come from. You don't want to acknowledge what we bring to the table. That our beauty do have brains too. You don't want to even acknowledge in public how big of an asshole you are to women. You don't want to give us credit. Women have to work 5 times harder to get recognition. And then guess what a man does? She ain't shit. We're going to make it harder for her again. Men in competition with women. Last time I checked, 5,000, 6,000, years ago, men weren't in competition with women. Men and women were treated fairly. Men understood the value of that woman. Men understood that God talked to women first because that's the first form of creation. Shit, last time I checked, you can't formulate no child and house that motherfucker in your goddamn stomach. Last time I checked, you ain't got no canal. Last time I checked, the pain that we endure has rewards, has stripes, has accolades. Our history, our womb houses history itself. But y'all know that because guess what? You got the books. You know that. You also know too, if you put a woman under trauma, drama, stress, karma, it'll keep her down. But you know what? Even when you as the man is under drama, trauma, stress, and karma, you passing that on to the woman too. So she can double that shit when she fuck you. Do you not understand that? So I'm going to tell you something that you don't have a fucking idea about. And if you do, you don't give a shit. But when God talks to me and tells me I've been here for 22 motherfucking lifetimes. Shit. Every goddamn lifetime. I think I was born into 2 families. I got a mama and a daddy every goddamn lifetime. So that's 44. motherfucking families. Okay? And then I got to add in whoever my husbands were, whoever my boyfriends were, whoever my stick and moves were. Gets bigger, don't it? And then, since I've been here from the beginning of motherfucking time, seemed like when I die, right? I ain't clear out that karma. That's how y'all motherfuckers was able to attach to me in my mother's womb. That's how y'all motherfuckers was able to attach to me even when I sit down and talk to God. That's how y'all motherfuckers was able to eat off of me these whole 46 motherfucking goddamn years and thinking it was okay to chomp a bitch down to shit. Thought you was gonna get away with it, huh? See, I was always getting closer to the truth. Ever since I died at 19. Shit, I was already looking at that shit at 13. Because I knew it was a motherfucking miracle that I was saved from that goddamn car accident. Y'all don't get it. So, every beat down in any kind of way that knocked me off my motherfucking square, I want y'all to understand, you didn't knock a bitch no fucking where. Because I got back up. I ain't never give up. I ain't never change up on no motherfucking body. I ain't switch up no game. I ain't start talking no shit about nobody or nothing. If I need something, I'm going to speak out my mouth. If I need to tell you something, I'm going to tell you. And what y'all are leaving out that this world does not know, and I am glad as fuck to tell them. Y'all niggas, y'all snuck me behind my motherfucking back. Y'all grouped together, you knew who the fuck I was, and then you just used. Okay? You got paid too. And you felt like it was just great because you were like, she don't know who she is. We ain't gonna tell her. I think that's gonna be a good plan. And then what she had in her past life, that money, we gonna get that money too. We gonna take that shit from her. We gonna rob her the fuck blind. So guess what? When you took my third eye, took my voice. When you took my heart, when you took my motherfucking soul, when you took my motherfucking spirit, do you know what? Let me figure out other ways I can see. Do you understand me? I got eyes all over my motherfucking body. I'm the dragon like a motherfucker. Every sense I got is activated like a motherfucker to the point where I told everybody, and I didn't give a fuck if y'all believe me or not. What? When God talks to me, oh, they talk just like I'm talking to y'all in this motherfucking video. So when you think you were literally going to get away with killing me when you knew I had immortality, when you knew I was not going to die, when you knew God was always going to come and save me, when you knew all the rules you were breaking, you knew the lies you were telling, you knew what you were forging. You get angry and you get mad because the gods tell me, my ancestors tell me, the celestial realm tells me, every fucking planet, every realm, even the demonic fucking realm of the goddamn world loves me. And they said, we ain't gonna let them break you, boo-boo. So every time when y'all thought y'all came close, do you not know? All you did was light another fire up under my black ass. I didn't care if I got any sleep. Because what you don't realize, as you see my eyes welling up with some tears here, you knocked the world off its axis with your demonic fuck shit that y'all were doing. You were in the process of committing genocide. This planet was about to be fucking gone because of what y'all were doing. Not just to me, but to other chosen people, God's kids. Do you not understand that? And y'all knew When you read all them fucking books about me, I was his favorite. It said it every time I was going to pull through. It said it every time I was going to be the first one to come through and like that motherfucking fire. And you wanted to use earthly practice on a spiritual being. Do you not know that's backwards? And I get how you wanted to keep the world backwards. That's why I turned that motherfucking wheel. Do you not understand? Because God said, you're going to put this back in my favor. No problem. Mother God said, you're going to do this for me. Because what you're doing, you are killing her. You knew that. You knew that the way you buried us in scripture. You knew that when you didn't want to honor us. You knew that when you just wanted to just stomp all over us. You knew it when you made every man in this fucking world want to go against us. And you made the world think that we were like whores. And we were not. We were divine. The power that we have surpasses what you guys think you got, because you were getting it from us. Let's just be real about that. A lot of y'all men knew that, but what you were so obsessed about was the power that I have. That's mine. And I don't have to give it because I see what you do with it. Do you not understand that? My mandate did not come from man. My mandate came from God. My mandate came from the celestial realm. You cannot override that. I want the world to understand Mother and Father God were the ones that's trapped. I freed them like in, I think that was in 2020, 2021. Okay? I also got dreams about what y'all were doing. And some of the stuff, no, I didn't want to put out. It wasn't because I was too emotional or I was weak or I didn't understand what was going on. I stand 10 toes in when y'all motherfuckers brought them hits in my head. I was rushing out my house every motherfucking day, ready to tear a bitch up. And a nigga did not give a fuck who you was. Everybody lied. Everybody. But no, I don't take away your free will. I don't take away your choices. I don't want to do no spell work on you or limit your brain power. Yeah, baby, what's going on? But, so you good? Okay, no, I'm having a serious conversation. Okay, So if y'all want to listen, you can. But in that plan, okay? Okay. But what y'all folks were doing was beyond evil and you knew it. And then you wanted to put all the blame on me after you used me. After you set me up. And after you killed me several times. In different ways. And then you thought that the fear that you were putting on me was going to make it so I wouldn't talk. I wouldn't say anything. Are you serious? I have survived the worst of the worst of the worst. I know. Because the celestial realm told me. Y'all can think all day long. What I'm saying ain't damn true. I felt the shit. They talked to me. They informed me about a lot. And what their concern was, not for me to go out here and retaliate or run up on y'all or get into y'all circles and help you create hell in the most diabolical way on this planet. They said this planet doesn't have any love in it at all anymore. And that's what it needs most. And my dear, you're the one that has it. And I'm like, oh my God, really? I have it? I really want to beat a bitch ass. I'm like, God, I know. I go out my door and these motherfuckers kill me. It's fine. It is so fine because I know You're going to get that finger of yours and you're going to turn my light back on. And I'm prepared. I'm going to keep whooping ass. I say every time they kill me, light my ass back up. I'm going to keep on going. And to me, none of that shit was love. Because I was like, oh, y'all motherfuckers want me dead? You decided to come to my house in the fucking daylight? And I have kids there? And you thought that was intimidating. After I already tell people, I've survived death several times. God talks to me all the time. Why wouldn't they talk to me then? Why? So understand, the reports you were getting, false as fuck about me. Women want to be me, and so do men, and it's not happening. You do not have the heart. You do not have the soul. You do not have the spirit. You do not have the gumption. You do not have the gall to do any of the things you were doing. And you definitely don't scare the fuck out of me at all. At all. You know, I've seen some scary shit. And a lot of it I knew that y'all gave it to me. Okay? And I figured it out. I dealt with it. I learned it. I understood it. So the biggest ghost that you ever gave me. I said, hey, ghost, how you doing? I know that you're here. To the point where the ghost is like, I don't even know why the fuck they sent me. Because you really my cousin. Like, you was kin to me. I'm not gonna do the worst to you. No. They're not gonna let me do the worst to you. You understand? A lot of things just had to go with the flow. It had to be administered and operated and done on me. Do you know why? Because y'all were killing innocent people. But I was the innocent vessel that was hooked to heaven that you couldn't get rid of. But if you knew that, would you do it? Some of you, yes, because you did it anyway, you know. But it's the fact that you didn't believe in anything I was saying. And you thought that your gaslighting and your narcissistic behavior were working. And to me, what would tell you that it's not working is the fact that I would keep telling you all my different experiences about when God would come and God would talk to me and things. And he would send different people and they would get the same information. They would see my aura, they would see my essence, and they would be like, wait a minute, why am I here? You know, why am I told to do this to her? Everyone lied on me. And you're mad that those lies did not actually come into fruition. So the acts could be carried out on me. It's like the part of the prophecy where you kept thinking and talking about the death. Do you not understand that's what the copycat? Because the copycat lied on a real person, which is me. I mean, when people can use my energy, of course they can go out there and lie. So that's why God told me, take that shit from everybody. Because they're using you. They need you. You don't need them. But I figured that out when they came to me like, bitch, wake the fuck up. And I'm like, oh, okay. But I said this several times. I make my power look effortless. My synergy, energy, aura, zen, it's like the peace within. It's easy for me. It's so easy for me because I keep handling all my trials, all my tribulations, all my problems, all my traumas, all my dramas, all my karmas through all my people. I don't run away from anything. I have never been given the opportunity to run. And then even if I, let's say, didn't like something that was going on at my house, and I would run out that bitch and leave and take off in my car, where I went and I thought that was blissful or heavenly, he was a part of all this fuck shit too. And I had to come to terms with that. I had to come to terms with people in my family that's involved in all this fuck shit against me too. I had to come to terms with every lover I've ever had didn't love me for real because they was on this gravy train trail of just deceive her. You know, I had to come to terms with people getting paid to do things to me. I had to come to terms with lifetimes of people just wanting to get back at me because they don't want to pay for their karma. They don't want to deal with any of the things that they've done to other people. They don't want to own up to any of their fuck shit. They don't want to go down. They don't want to go to prison. They don't want to pay back no money. They don't want to be known for whatever. And I have nothing to do with that. See, even though everybody used my energy and wanted me to go down for everything all around the world, like you really had a thing. And it's like when you see me, I don't know, in my bed, when you see me in the hospital, when you see me crawling, or when you see me bleeding to damn death or something, you think that's her end. And I've told people several times, I've been through this before. I've healed myself from it. I came back from memory loss. I came back from no emotions at all. I didn't even know where they went. I didn't even know how to find them. But once I followed the trail, I found them. So I take the time out to do the things and reinvest in myself. Even though it is not myself doing the things to me. Now, I didn't know how many other people were doing things to me. But once I was enlightened about that, I told God, I'm going to see this thing through to the end. You know, I don't care how many times I'm put on my deathbed. I don't care. I don't care. I want to meet my devil, my demons. I want to see them. You know, I want to see like who's these big and bad motherfuckers that's like on this kill, kill, kill shit. And I'm like, how brave are they really when they doing it all in the shadows, all behind my back? How brave are you really? How brave are you to come out of the shadows and be like, bitch, yes, I was fucking with you. I was doing magic on you. I don't like you. I hate you. I ain't never liked you. Even though I was your friend back then, I ain't your friend now. And I don't even know why the fuck I was your friend then. Because I was just fucking with you because I hated you from the last life. Now, see, this is what I'm talking about, why everybody had fucked up. You cannot go back to the past in that way. You cannot bring torment from the past into your present and continue it into the future. What you're essentially doing is saying that the world is willing to stop what it is doing and go back to that same past where you are. Okay? And you're probably saying like, man, that ain't no big deal. It's like one of me or a group of us and we don't like you, right? But what you're doing is you're tapping into me, the energy of the world, of the cosmos. What are you doing? Then you're trying to use me against me, and then you're using my family, like my celestial family and my earthly family, against me. For all the gifts that we all have, on earth as it is in heaven for hell. I mean, it's a no-brainer. That's a no. Even if these fuckers in my family, half of them, most of them, or all of them, don't like my ass. Shit, you put my whole goddamn family under a spell. Okay? Hell, they gonna be coming out of that shit too. Like, oh shit. It's a thing, for real. And I knew, once you get the chosen one, then you can come after the family. But where y'all fucked up at, y'all thought y'all had me, and you was going after my family. And then you still didn't see how we all kept getting the fuck up and going to work and shit. Doing what we need to do. And then even when you turn my family against me, you still didn't see me still breathing and living. Getting up, walking, going to the store, all that shit. Like, what the fuck? What were you? I don't get it. Even if you see deterioration one day or a couple of days or a week or even 10, 12 years, the world needs to understand. It wasn't like a coven of 3. It wasn't like a coven of 30. I'm talking about thousands of practitioners all over the fucking world. I'm talking about people selling my information, selling my essence in these weird ways. People joining these societies and using artifacts, using parts of my insides from surgeries to do rituals and things, using my pads, blood rituals. Like, there was a lot. And you would say, damn, she's really not supposed to survive. And God said, yeah, regular people don't survive. Divine people, they survive. And then where y'all fucked up at is, guess what? I was already on a self-fulfilling journey of learning me in like 2010, 2012, 2000, in the early teens. And so, as I'm doing that, you're attacking me. And even though that your ancestors and the gods were telling y'all, no, don't do that. Stop. Don't do it. And then the people that started all of this, a lot of y'all was not supposed to find me. You were not supposed to be on my timeline. You knew you had to sneak and do a lot of shit. And you knew you had to group with other people in order to do the fucked up shit y'all did. Okay? In the hopes that I come after you. Like, that's all y'all was concerned about. Want me to fuss you out, cuss you out, stomp you out, come to you on some fuck shit, come to you on this bullshit, and I'm like, I'm listening. I'm listening to some of the stories, and I'm like, oh damn, this shit is from high school. Oh boy, these bitches from high school. Okay, I'm listening to other shit. I'm like, damn. This from people in my family. Okay, know where the moles and all that shit at. Okay. Then I'm like, damn. Alright, I'm finding the bitches that was, going after the men after I fuck them or something. Damn. And then I'm finding out the bitches that was like trying to take the men from me before I get to them or whatever. And I'm like, okay. Wow. Active pursuit like a motherfucker. I ain't never been that damn thirsty. And I'll never be that damn thirsty. And when you didn't understand, which I felt very ironic, like when you fucking with a whole lot of death shit, and you fucking with people's fate, and you fucking with people's destinies and things, it's like, how the fuck y'all don't understand that the bitch that y'all got is reversed like a motherfucker? When you knew who I was, where I was at, but because I want no hoe, you said I need to get a lookalike hoe. And then you had something to be like, oh, okay, I'll do it. I'll fuck all y'all. And we transfer this, do that, we do the reverse. Then somebody actually thought that was the real one. But you knew who the real one was. And then every time I passed a celestial test, y'all come like the damn devil swarming. Attack, attack, attack. And then say, I don't believe what the hell I don't believe what she achieved. She ain't achieved that. But it's like this inferior complex that you want to meet in. So you could be superior to me, and it's the energy. I would tell y'all that. My energy will make you go ham because it is so explosive. Like, it's God's energy. And if you're not a 22 lifetimer like myself, you can't handle it. It's going to make you fucking crazy. It's going to make you feel like a giant and you're a troll in real life. Okay? It's going to make you talk a whole lot of shit because you got the backing and you got the power. But what you did, you were trying to confuse God. Like, hey, I'm her. Or, hey, yeah, I'm really her man. And, yeah, we have permission. And because you were using my essence, they were like, all right. But they were saying, hey, she's waking up. She knows. And what y'all was trying to do, put my ass back to sleep. How many times do you think that was going to work? You see, when you go on a discovery, you get closer by the thought. All right? And I realized y'all motherfuckers in my brain. I said, let me clean that bitch out. I realized you were in my blood. I said, let me clean that bitch out. I realized y'all motherfuckers still had shit floating in my DNA. Let me clean that bitch out. Okay? What is it you said? Huh? Some what?
Bows.
Why all of a sudden you always need stuff every time when I get on here to record?
Not always.
Yeah, huh?
Not
It
like
is.
earlier.
It is always. What is you? That's not a face mask.
No, I don't know what he's doing.
That's just tissue.
I know. He looks a little scary.
We all up in here. And we all
We got problems. We all got problems.
That's
just for you. But we special. We special. Special in our different ways.
What is you doing?
Look for some gummies. We're special.
No, there ain't no gummies left. There are no gummies over here. They are all ate up. And I gotta get some more. And I ain't recording either one of y'all. I don't mind.
What's that?
Even my dog up. You know what I'm doing? I'm preserving the life of these children. Yeah, I was even coming after these kids, trying to bind them, put spells on them, hex them and stuff. They ain't even your fucking kids. You don't understand how nasty, mean, vile this is? When I know and have other ways that you can learn to manifest and have what you want, so you don't have to take it from somebody else. But that's too hard for y'all to understand and comprehend. It's like even some demons understand this. That's why I don't get, like, y'all gotta be, I don't know. I'm not gonna even go there.
I can't.
Basically what I'm trying to say, your practices are old, worn out, been over a long time ago. And you use them so much around the world. And that they've been used to death, basically. And then when you got a lot of people from every area, walk of life, hexing, cursing, binding one person. I'm the one person, by the way. And you don't get how I survive, I tell you. And I get that you're some form of Satanist because you don't believe in God. And you don't believe in hell. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the majority of you guys' belief is, but the belief was on some shit like sabotage and kick the bitch until she dead. It's like, damn. Rape the bitch until she's over. I'm like, damn. And then it's like, kill her. And every way, kill her. And I'm like, damn. It's like, silence her. It's like, and I'm like, I'm telling you, Goddess is within my vessel. Mother and Father God is bye-bye. No. Stuff you doing? No, ma'am. I see what you're doing. No, ma'am. I'm not. No. I'm not playing these games with y'all. I'm going to get through this thing because I don't want to stay on here long. No, ma'am. What y'all got going on is you don't have no kind of faith. You got your timing mixed up. All fucked up. It's easy. God made the world. 7 days. Okay. What they say? 7 days he rested, right? Why? Why? A day is kind of like a whole era of time. God wasn't resting. God was imprisoned. I got the dreams. I got the downloads. I wrote about it and I talked about it. And I knew the difference. Because I'm going to say it to you again. In my dream, there were jail bars. And it was this beautiful black man behind bars. And he was pacing the floor. And I found it unique that this black man that was behind bars pacing this floor. I mean, nice Caesar cut. He got his gold on, ears. He's got his bracelets on. He got his necklace on. He got some Hennessy on the rocks. He got a blunt. He's just walking back and forth. Okay? And I look around. I'm actually looking with my eyes in the ethers because the jail is in the ethers. Okay? But the way I appear to Father God is you have your space and I'm 3D. My face is 3D. And I come closer, kind of like as if a cloud of space in 3D is blowing from the back end of the jail because it was open. And my eyes open. And I said, hey, I said, God, what are you doing? I said, why are you in here? You don't have to be in here. I said, it's open. You can leave. You don't have to stay in here. He said, I didn't come through the back, so I'm not leaving that way. I didn't do anything. So why would I take that route? God was saying he's going to be vindicated for whatever y'all fuckers did that had him in prison. And he was going to do it right. So he can get those gates to open and he go out the front part to that jail y'all put him in space. And I looked. And I just was like, well, what's going to happen when you get out? He said, I'm going to go get my wife. And he saw her. And I paid attention. He had a chain on his foot. And that chain went all the way to planet Earth. And the woman was sitting on top of the planet, chained at her foot to God. That goddess was chained to her husband, but she was not happy. She was sad. She was sad like she knew she was missing her other half. And she didn't understand it. And she was looking around. And she had no help. None at all. And she saw where her husband was. You know what? She understood why he was doing it. You people don't understand what you're doing. Because your vicious cycle, it has to come to an end. Because just like I'm powerful with my brain, my body, my soul, my spirit, some of you people are powerful too. You might not be a 22 lifetime vessel like myself, but maybe you're a 21, maybe you're a 20, maybe you're a 10. Either way, let's say all of you get together. Don't matter if it's 3 of you, don't matter if it's 10 of you. But you got power to move spirit. You got power to influence the heavens. And then the moves you're making causes hell here. And I would say to people all the time, there's a limit to hellish activity on any planet. It doesn't matter if it's this one or another one. But there's a limit. The reason why a limit is imposed is because of what the energy can do and what it can affect. And you think that when we are going through these earthquakes, these thunderstorms, these tsunamis and all that kind of stuff, that it is bad and you're thinking that it's happening because of me? No, it is happening because of the negative energy that y'all are putting out. And it makes Mother Gaia say, I need to clean this up. I need to clean me. I need to flush this out. I need to get rid of this. It's like she's taking a shit or she's taking a piss because she's flushing her system out. The negativity. It's a cleanse. It's a wash. It's a getting rid of. It's another way that people know the planet is dying. And I want you to understand, I've said this to people. God gave me this planet. And it was tethered to me at my celestial birth, my first birth. When I am dying, the planet dies too. But when I recover, the planet recovers too. And then when you're doing things to kill the planet, right? And I'm doing things to revive the planet, right? Then you keep coming at me like it's this battle. It's not. I am not battling with any of you. I am trying to preserve where the fuck you live. Because we all live on this damn planet. Last time I checked, I don't think none of y'all motherfuckers went to another one. Unless you was in a different lifetime. Okay? But while you're here, no. This behavior isn't going to continue because the world cannot take it. And what I mean by the world can't take it, it can't take another war. It can't take these explosions of energy. These explosions of energy is like egos and pride over the dumbest shit. Like when I found out the tug of war with your groups, cults, societies, churches, elitists, didn't matter. I was in the middle, forced in the middle of a power struggle for my energy. And somebody decided to be like, I'm going to take this from her so she can't move because I want to get her, lock her down, trap her down with this and that. Da, 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 da. Everything is a power grab, even me. And I'm a person. I'm not an artifact, even though it holds my essence. There's a lot of things here that hold my essence. But I'm not an object. I'm a person. I'm a human with alien tendencies, I guess. But nonetheless, y'all motherfuckers is aliens too. The goddamn work y'all doing. The shit y'all know how to do because y'all made God come to this bitch. I ain't playing about that. They showed her quick, fast, in the goddamn hurry. Now, if that don't scare you, I don't know what does. But it's like, y'all motherfuckers was thinking like, oh, we better than God. We got this. We know what the fuck we doing. And shit, it don't matter if God and her. We gonna attack God too because I'm mad at his ass and her ass anyway. And it's like, for what? They are not making your choices. They are not influencing your decisions. They are not taking your free will. They are not forcing you into anything. Everything that everyone is doing is based upon what they want. Meaning you. Not what the gods want, not what heaven wants, not even what hell wants, not even what the in-between want, not what the unseen want, not what balance want, not what the earth asking for, nothing. It's like what I want, what you want. That's all it is. Money. Truth is, a lot of y'all don't look at people as people. We're numbers. We're objects for energy. The biggest commodity in the world and in space. And I understand, but what you're not going to do is do power grabs and I get nothing. When I am the everything and the all thing and the anything and the something. I'm not a nothing. So, and everyone isn't entitled to me. There's no amount of money that you can buy me for. And that's what heaven was trying to let y'all know. And that's what I was trying to let you know. And then when all of you guys, people of different kinds, and you just thought, hey, I'm going to be mean to her. I'm going to do this to her. and I'm going to be this kind of evil Lynn and this kind of ghost to her. I'm going to be this stupid ass fuckboy, you know, in this kind of way to her. And you got paid to do all these things. I found it ironic how everyone wanted me to respect them. I didn't even see your face. No one talked to my face. No one called my phone. And even if we had conversations, you lied to my face. Everyone lied. Because everyone was on the same frequency, which was low as fuck, to do all bad shit to me and to kill me off. And I am something that can't be killed. That's how I know you didn't go past 5,000 or 6,000 years in history, because you would have seen, you would have known, you would have understood the same shit that I understood. Oh, I'm very vital here. I knew that from a kid. God don't talk to everybody through their ears. They talk to who they trust. And then you manipulated their trust. And you know what they said? Enough is enough. Wake her up. Get her out of there. Remove her. What they are on, what they think about, what they want to do, we don't give a fuck about. You know what the guys were like? As far as we're concerned, all these motherfuckers can burn. But not you. Because I am an integral force to the universe. That's the difference. And there's nothing I can do about that. Because as everyone knows, your soul and your spirit never die. You might think you can use it or steal it, transfer it, destiny swap it, whatever. And all I am making sure to let y'all know, you can't. And when you were able to get away with it, they weren't chosen. Or let's say if they were chosen, some of their vessels hadn't been here that long. Okay? So their depth, their history wasn't going to be as extensive as mine anyway. They weren't going to connect the dots as fast as I would. It's kind of like you're on a lag. And then y'all demonic fucks is definitely on a lag and stuck in the past, because you got, some of y'all might have 300 to 1,000 goddamn demons. Some of y'all got 10,000 motherfucking demons in you. And you proud of it. And you say, and I don't care, but I mean shit, because that shit don't bother me. But you bragging about it and it keeps you stuck. As you are moving forward in this material world, it still keeps you stuck spiritually on a demonic level, to it's like, hey, this is what I know my goal is to do. Like, you know, some people thought their goal was to just torture my ass to goddamn death. I wonder who told them that. A bitch that pretends she a practitioner that don't like me because she want what the fuck I got. And she want to be me. And when the real gods come through, they like, no, that's a clone, that's a fake, that's not her. They're like, no, in order for certain shit to happen and do, we need the real her. And then in order to fix all this shit, it's easier to activate the original. Half of your activation comes from you gaining knowledge about this world, about possibilities of your past life, families and things. But the other half of the activation is understanding that God can see you. Understanding that God wants to know, do you see you? Do you respect who you are? You know? And if you are down for God, right? And God's challenges and all that shit, why you not solving on these damn problems? Why is y'all out here making this shit worse? Why is you trying to gain shit that ain't yours? You know what I'm saying? Why is you taking the serpentine path to power versus like going through the hard fucking work? Why is everything that y'all do gotta involve fucking a whole lot of goddamn people all the time? Like, what part do you not get that there is a limit in your vessel? There is a limit in your area. There is a limit in the world. And then there is a limit in the universe for all the fuck shit. So it's like all the shit that y'all motherfuckers did, it already reached the limit of the universe. I'm talking about not just me as a universe of depleting me, but then actually depleting the actual universe to where all of the gods around the universe said, we are going to back you. I'm trying to get you to get it. to where all of my ancestors from the beginning of time, which are ascended masters, samurais, oracles, seers, shamans, the list of all things wise, we are going to back you. You, meaning me. Even all y'all demonic motherfuckers, they back me too. Okay? I told y'all, no one was okay with what y'all were doing. It doesn't matter how many earthly people were okay with what you were doing. Nobody that was of high spiritual status and ranking, they were not. The amount of injustices that they witnessed, they were very disappointed. Very. They were also very disappointed on how everyone treated me. And how everyone didn't give a fuck. Crazy part is this. It's like everyone knew I was an alien, right? And everyone knew I was supposed to be destined for greatness. You got shit on me from previous lifetimes. You knew this. And everyone said this. We're going to fuck over God. Don't matter the instructions God gave about her. We're going to fuck that shit up. And we're going to ride this bitch till the wheels fall off. So then when I get anchored in and everything, I say, hey, the wheels done fell off. You know what I'm saying? And I got to change the celestial tire. And look, I'm gonna have to drive this on in. I got to get y'all out this vehicle right here. I'm gonna put y'all on a plane, bus, or a train. Y'all said, no. I want to be in charge of the spaceship. I want to drive that bitch. I deserve it. I'm the man. I'm the woman. And you don't tell me what to fucking do. And I said, oh, well, I think on the contrary, yes, I do, because they woke me up to fix this. And so, I don't give a fuck what you saying. I know what the fuck I got to do. And that's what the hell I'm doing. Because you ain't my boss. You ain't my daddy. You ain't. Okay? God. And last time I checked, it didn't matter if you were any of those things to me in this actual life. I still have to honor God first. So it doesn't matter your earthly position in my life here. Or the earthly position that you don't have in my life here. All that's irrelevant. Every law was broken. Every shit. It's just bad. It's like, okay. From the day that the hits came to my head, I've been fixing shit every day. Every day. Every day. Non-stop. Every day. Every day to the point where it's like, all y'all motherfuckers should have known, like, damn, she going hard. We need to chill the fuck out. Nope. Y'all ain't want to do it. What y'all want me to do? You want me to stop, though. I've been led by God. I know what the fuck y'all led by ain't God. Shit. Because if you were led by God, I think God would have saved y'all ass. And not mine. I think the gods would have protected y'all. And not me. I think that if I had any kills out there that were deserving, they would have said, shit, kill the bitch. Yeah. We see that she deserves it. We see that she done this shit right here. We see what she was trying to do and get away with and everything. Like, yeah, it is warranted. That is where you fucked up. You were going off of a prophecy from a previous life, and then you were doing the shit exactly the same as the previous life, even though I told y'all fuckers you did this shit in a previous life and you were not successful. Do not repeat the same thing. You will end up with the same fate. Come on, people. Don't be dumb and stupid. I don't care what the script says in front of you. I don't care what book you have. Understand that book is from the past and we are in another era in time. We are in the motherfucking future and you are still living in the past. And who lives in the past and the fucking present? Nothing with people with mental illness. And what y'all did was go further back, hundreds of years, slavery time. I want you to get this. You are getting me back from something from slavery. You have wounds from slavery that you made it your business not to heal from, and you know that? Doesn't that sound like you want to keep the slave behavior going? Doesn't that sound like either you're comfortable being a slave or you're comfortable enslaving other people? Last I checked, God gave y'all a time frame on that and said, hey, this shit ain't going on no more. It ain't gonna be no repeat. We already understand the cycle. 400 years of slavery, 150 years of conditioning to reposition it back into slavery. What in the world? Okay, the other 50 years is to coax them back on in. This has happened, seems like every 600 years for about 2,000-3,000 years or some shit like that. Maybe longer. Because see, I was asleep technically for 1,000 years. I want y'all to understand what that really means. That just means that you found a way to loop my brain into the matrix to keep me asleep. That does not mean that I did what you were talking about in the matrix as the reverse woman. Okay? I would not be as abundant as I am in the ethers if I was a reverse woman. Because a reverse woman has no ether bucks, no spiritual bucks, no abundance. She is scouting for abundant men or abundant women or abundant families to siphon, steal, and take and lay with. She's an incubus, succubus, hoe. That ain't me. I am not out here announcing, hey, I'm this, and I have this, and I can do this, and my thing below my waist is can bring you blessings and get dumb bitches. That's what they were saying. I ain't out here running them up, running up on dudes. I ain't out here telling some, yeah, you should really mess with me and do me and da-da-da-da. I ain't out here making nobody pay for shit. Shit, I done told niggas I don't want your money. And it ain't that I'm well off. Shit, y'all took everything from me. But it's the fact that you wanted to give me money to wrap me up in bullshit. Thinking I didn't know that's what you were doing. You know, I would say, hey, I get it as a binding ritual. I get it. And it's a no. Okay? It's like, okay, no, don't listen to her because she don't know what the fuck she talking about. She ain't me. But that's a bitch that infiltrated. Tooth and nail infiltrated. Bust her way through, said whatever the fuck she needed to say, and flashed who she needed to flash, and stole what she needed to steal. But you don't understand what reverse is. Reverse does anything to anybody to get what they want because there's something else at stake for them. You know what it is? It's their soul. It's their spirit. But they don't care if their soul and spirit is given to a demon. You know, they just want the demon to be wealthy. But these women are fighting tooth and nail because they don't want their soul to be given to God. Because God has been looking for them. God has been waiting for the opportunity to get these different men and women because of what they're doing and how they're doing it and to who they're doing it to. And a lot of it is a no-no. Okay? And it's like, hey, don't matter how much you want to run from your karma. It's like, get down and lay down. You going to take this karma or you going to deal with the wrath from God. It's that simple. It sounds harsh, but you don't even know what kind of death you're going to experience. It might just be a death of just having an illness, or it might be a death of, your finances. It might be a death of not having that famous, like that car or something. It might be a death of just not being able to be with that guy. It might be a death to the going out all the time. I don't know. But it could be also your actual death because of certain things people did. And that is not in my control. See, I know that some of you use my vessel to do some negotiating. But where you fucked up at is, guess what you did? You're like, God, I know I did wrong. I know I did this. I know I did that. And I'm not going to do this again. I promise you. I'm going to be so good. I'm going to be that. Just please let me back over there with her. Please let me back over there in her energy. I promise I won't fuck her over. I ain't trying to kill her. I ain't trying to hurt her. I ain't trying to do it. And then they listen, give you a chance, and you do the same shit again. And all the stuff you said you're not going to do, you did it. So I know why everybody did not want me to wake up, because you have to honor even your bad things. And you have to answer for what you said to God through me. You see, God was pissed when he found out it wasn't actually me he was talking to, that y'all was talking through me. And I'm seeing this silhouette of a man in the ethers. He's at this beautiful mahogany desk. And he has this lamp piercing down on this book. And he's a silhouette of space. And when he said, we're not worried about it, what we want you to do is work your magic. And I said, huh? Magic? What are you talking about? I don't know any magic. Now, this is when it gets some kind of interesting. Okay? They can feel that I was telling the truth. Like, they could feel that I didn't know. All right? And once that happened, God was looking in that book. It was the book of names. God said, what the fuck? You're supposed to go to some schools. They were supposed to take you by the hand. They're supposed to teach you some this and that and all. Nobody taught you shit. I'm like, no, sir. I see the energies of Mother and Father God get up from space. I see them travel through space to Earth, through Earth. Then I felt the energy in my vessel. Man, when I say anger, God's anger from Mother and Father God, just based on the fact that no one did what they were supposed to do, humbled me. It made me understand my anger and my frustration, but it also made me understand on a celestial level how people have jobs that they are supposed to do that are very vital to this planet. And it wasn't done. So you know what they said? All right. I see what the fuck we gonna be doing. Don't worry about it. We ain't going nowhere. We gonna stay right here. We're gonna be housed in your vessel, ma'am. And we're gonna make it like this. Since they wanted to fuck around and find out. You don't think God talk like that? Shit. Real. Because he ain't got time to be playing no games. She ain't even got time to be playing no games. Because every job that they have to do, it matters. Everywhere they go. In space. Matters. They do not have the opportunity to just sit around, cackle like dummies, and conjure up plans to demolish people and demolish the world. It's like, well, what the fuck did we do this for? Why did we give you a soul or a spirit? Even a body. We didn't give you a brain for this. We've encountered your kind, and we've come to a decision. It's like, do we get rid of the entire species of the planet? Or do we just get rid of the one species? Or do we just get rid of that person or them? Okay. But they were pissed and they said, hey, we're gonna encompass your vehicle here. And I'm like, all right, cool. But they were like, you're gonna be our eyes. You're gonna be our mouth. It doesn't matter what people say or what they think. I want you to say everything that you feel the way you feel it and with the expressions that you make. And its full authenticity. Be as real as motherfucking possible. Because when I say to you, you're going to get all my motherfucking money back. Oh, that's what I mean. You think I denied that? No. Because I knew. And I felt. I understood it all. Instantly. I understood that people fucked up. I didn't have to know all of y'all. I didn't have to be where you were. But I had to make announcements. I had to talk. And even though my shit was like cutthroat, it was like people would be like, oh, no, she ain't got no divinity. No, nope, she ain't that. She ain't this. But when the shit happened, it was a lot of people that came through my neighborhood. It was a lot of people checking. It was a lot of people still trying to kill me. It was a lot of people still putting hits. It was a lot. So y'all knew. All you knew. It's just the enticement of the money made you say, fuck it. When none of you are as powerful as God. None of you are as powerful as the first energy of the world. So, once that happened and I expressed it, everybody should have just stopped. Because it's not like you didn't know who I was and who I am. You were just refusing to believe that I had grown, healed, evolved, and was divine. And you were looking at my appearance, you were looking at my potty mouth, and you were looking at the way I expressed not only what I had been through or what was happening, but even how I correlated spirit and religion. And I want you to understand the ways of religion is to keep you in the box, is to keep you in a mental cage. The ways of spirituality was to keep that enslavement of your spirit. So you wouldn't go within to search to find your full self. And when I broke free from them both, it's like, all right, I debunked the myth. Yay, cool. I can't even celebrate how I want to because constant fuck shit from all y'all people. So guess what I'm doing? I'm cleansing the air. I'm cleansing my home. I'm cleansing the neighborhood. Okay, I'm putting vessels back with their original souls. I am realigning the planets. I am activating my ancestors. I am raising the dead. I am protecting the children. I am like creating in the ethers, the age of Aquarius, of peace, harmony, love, education, growth. Because the two areas that were behind in this world, religion and spirituality. And when the gods looked, they said, damn, how you ahead and all the other shit? And these two motherfuckers is behind. These motherfuckers ain't want us to come back here. You know, so even let's say if they say our enslavement was a mistake. No, these motherfuckers did this shit on purpose. And they decided to use our knowledge against us. Good night. Good night. And after they decided to use our knowledge against us, then they wanted to shun us and deny us. And then on top of it, they wanted to use our knowledge against our own people. And then they was killing our people off. And then there's only one left. And they was even trying to get rid of her. And they're like, wait a minute. This is not what we signed up for, what we agreed to. We did not come to grow and learn this planet for the people that we left it to just demolish it, disintegrate it, and just look at us like we were something foreign. That we weren't even good enough to be here. When we told you everything that's here. Wasn't us that was destroying what we built. My mission, completely different than all of you guys. You want to destroy? I'm here to rebuild. You want to delete? I'm here to Metatron that bitch right on now and type that shit right back on in. See? You don't want to put Enoch in the Bible or let people know about it, and it's like, okay, I got to rename this shit all over. All right, fine. It's things like that. I don't know another way to put it. But then I had to say, man, instead of them being able to use God, they have to feel God in a different way. The raft. I understood why I had to close my energy off. I understood why I had to put barriers up. God wants you to come to him and her willingly. But if they have to force you down on your knees, that's what they'll do. Because what they're looking at is the fact that you're a problem. You people are a problem due to the lack of education. You people are the problem because you think you have the highest education. You don't need to learn anything else. Then you people are the problem because you want something that you already stolen that was not yours. And then on top of it, you want to keep stealing. You people are the problem because you don't want to listen. You don't care to understand anything. You want to be God, play God, but then when God's right there, you run. You're scared. You rather come through in my energy than to talk to my face. I don't understand it, and neither do they. You know? You rather not go through the dark night of the soul to become the God that you were before. You rather just steal it from the person that did all the work. And that's a no. That's just a no. Okay? So, let's say God did rest on the seventh day. That was jail time. In the last era in time. The one of illusion, confusion, delusion. Eighth era in time. Eighth day. What do you do? It's technically a new beginning, but it's also a continuation. So I said, who would want to continue the old way? If everyone is, not in an oppressive state of mind, then guess what is supposed to come in? The age of Aquarius, right? And I would listen, and I would see people like researching the timing, talking about it. I'm like, boy, that's just about here. Then I would be like, I know they're looking for God in the sky, but God's not coming from the sky. But you know what stood out? I said, Father God has been by himself. And in the Bible, they're supposed to be married, doing this thing together. Where is she? I found her. Then I paid attention to what will I do after I find her. God said, we want to give her life back. And yeah, I thought that was a great thing. You know? And in my dream state, they married. The way they married, it was so cute. It was one of those things where I was looking again in the ethers in my dream, and I hear God's voice talking to the goddess, and she's walking through space. Like she's so big, giant. Like, man, like walking through space, looking at the planets as not like she's bigger than the planets, you know? And it was one of these things where it was the planets were encased like different rocks to stone. And she's looking. And she's not speaking. She's just looking like she's in a fucking space jewelry store or something. And I didn't understand at first what was going on until God was like, go ahead and pick out your ring. She's looking through the planets. She goes to pick up Earth as her rock. And I'm like, oh shit. Because she's picking it up out of its lineup of where it actually is in space. And I'm like, what? And God says, don't worry about it. It's going to be okay. You're going to protect all your babies now. You'll be able to see them all the time. Because what she does when she picks it up, it's like it goes from being so big to so small. And God has this gold casing as the base for the ring. And she takes the planet and sets it on top like it's a diamond. But it's Earth. And then God puts the glass case over it like a globe. And she looks in it. He said, they're all there. There's nothing wrong with them. But she can magnify all the way down, like to your house, like the little GPS shit. You know, you could just look in your driveway and shit if she wants to. They're all in there, all your babies, all our kids, they're there. And they started just happy talking and walking away. And as I'm watching them walk, and I'm like, wait a minute, why y'all leaving me? I'm like, where y'all going? And then it cuts. I'm awake. I didn't know I was like witnessing the engagement until I thought about it. What made it so much better, I think it was like a year later or something like that. God comes to me in another dream and he tells me, you're the mother of Earth. You're my wife. And he's like, we're married. And I'm like, I did it. Because I was thinking I was the child. You know? Because that first thing I saw was them getting engaged. And God was like, yes. Because you are our child. Celestial child. But the ring would symbolize the partnership of God, both Mother and Father God, and one, masculine and feminine, marrying me as the mother of the earth. Because I'm their child, and yet I can do motherly things. And I was like, oh. And so then there's a fast forward and things happen, different things. And it leads to the hits to my head. Through all the chaos, through all the crazy, through all the information they were giving me, all the talk. It's a lot. And I said this, God asked for one favor. I said, shit, no problem. I'll do 50 million motherfucking favors for you. You keep saving my damn life. I don't give a shit. I'm cool. I need you to just get one person. And I'm like, nigga, I'm gonna get you all the motherfuckers. You know, I'm just like, I'm gonna get more than one. I'm gonna get 10. I don't get the whole world. It's like everything. As he and she was helping me, I was increasing like my work, not knowing I was increasing my work. And And God was like, y'all, you ain't got to do all that, but that sounds good. I believe you. I know you can do it. I didn't seen it, you know. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. But he was like, I just need you to get this one person for me. All right, who is it? I had my old channel, and shit, a lot of people on that bitch. I mean, it might not be a lot to y'all motherfuckers. I think it was about 6,000, 7,000 people or something. Okay, that's not a lot to y'all. Some of y'all got a shitload of folk, but I was just getting back online for years of just being chilling. Anywho, he pointed out this man, but before he pointed out that man, you know, God was telling me about my destiny. God was telling me about all of what I get and what it's supposed to be happening and going on for me and stuff. And I'm like, oh, all that shit's cool. But I'm like, right now I'm dealing with this shit right here. He was like, I know, but we're going to help you with that. No, let me just give this right there. And I'm like, all right. But he telling me all this fantastical shit. And then he gets to the part, he was like, you know, part of your destiny is you being married and you getting a man. And I'm like, nigga, motherfuckers is trying to kill me. What? You want me to think about a mate? What? He was like, it's a part of your thing. Like, shit, we get hit with death all the fucking time. That shit don't bother us. I'm like, I said, so I got him. So this shit ain't gonna bother me. Like, nah, we're gonna give you immortality. Like they do this shit all the time. They need to stop, but they just don't get it. It's like we try to get them to get it, but no. And so God was like, hey, choose. I'm like, what? Where the fuck am I choose a man from? And it just don't matter. Just, you know, whether you go out and choose them, pick them from whatever, or do. And I'm like, whoa. Sister not gonna do none of that shit because from what y'all already told me, the motherfuckers that ran up on me and I thought they was cool and this and that, and these motherfuckers turned out to be some diabolical niggas or wiggers, and I'm just like, I don't even think my choice meter is working. I don't even think that bitch no good or something because, you know, if you didn't enlighten me, I would have just been, you know. And I'm like, yeah, that's true, but you still gotta do some choosing. So I said, how about this? How about you put together a spiritual resume for a girl? You put all this shit on this bitch that I'm going through and dealing with. And then you find another motherfucker that understand this shit. So my black ass won't be looking crazy. So when I go to explaining this shit, motherfucker understand. Because this shit is a lot. And from what you talking about, I'm going to be dealing with this shit for a long ass time because I got a lot of work to do. Because you done told me my damn position bigger than a motherfucker. And he's like, oh, okay, yeah, I can get that. I got this spiritual resume together. All right. And he's like, so, all right. Then, so who you want me to pass this on to? I said, oh, no, you ain't give me like that. No. I ain't choosing shit. Hell no. Choices get motherfuckers in trouble. I ain't choosing a motherfucking thing. I said, this is what we're going to do. You going to choose. You know. I don't know. You got the world. I don't care what you tell me that I own the bitch or whatever. sir, I ain't been around this motherfucker. I ain't been hardly none of the places that you probably can go. And I don't even know how to do that shit. So, how about you do that? You scout on out and you let me know. So, I was doing what God told me to. He was like, hey, tell people about your story so we can get things to change for you. And we can start acting on your behalf and get this ball rolling to get all this fuck shit out the way, you know. Cause we can't sweep the shit under the rug. I mean, they done tilted the axes and shit. Then fucked up some shit. Energy done got some shit about to... And I'm like, damn. All right, so I'm going through. I'm on my Facebook. I'm writing different things. I'm finding out information. I'm just putting shit out there. And I'm doing this shit. As I'm doing this, okay. I see some fine men. And they talking, all right. And I test the waters out. And I say shit like, you interested in me in what kind of way, sir? Like, are you spiritual, religious, you know? Then I go a little further. Do you know about like Bastet, ISIS? Are you running with the Osiris crew? You know, saying little shit. You know, after some regular shit, and I say some shit like that. And then they bite a little bit. But then I get something like, when I say something on the lines of, so God woke you up at the same time, like when they smack my ass spiritually, bitch, get the fuck up. Niggas trying to kill you. Did they smack you like that? One man was like, huh? What are you talking about? Somebody tried to kill you. No, I wasn't trying to kill you. I don't know nothing about that. But, huh? Ancient times. Reincarnation. Nah. I was just curious about you, and you're just cute. I like you. That's up. X. No. And then God was saying the time I was having, because I said, how the fuck am I supposed to do this shit? What is this, a celestial dating site or something? And then I'm on some shit like, I ain't even supposed to be on a celestial dating site because you supposed to took my spiritual resume and landed on this motherfucking spiritual desk and shit, and the motherfucker don't know where I am. So I can just be like, hey, and they help me fight this shit, you know? Cause I, you know, and I'm saying this in a way where some of this is exact, but others I'm just ad-lib because I'm just speeding the shit up. But they pointed the fella out. The fella that they pointed out. I said, oh shit. This is hard. They told me, what you mean? I said, well, this nigga got a song about his dick, and bitches hop on that motherfucker all the time, and they fight and shit over his ass. It's something crazy. Like, I was feeling shit like that, and I was like, no, God, I don't want to be in no lineup. Like, oh no. And God said, no. What you not getting is, that's your identical. That's your mind, heart, body, soul. Like y'all got the same brain and heart. Oh shit. What? Damn. Okay. Didn't God say, people been coming after him like they've been coming after you? And the false person doing everything they can to keep them, even killing you. And I'm like, what? A bitch is killing me over a dick? The fuck? Hell no. What kind of shit is this? God is like, I know it don't sound right. He said, I know you're going to have a time for a minute. You're going to have to knock some bitches down. He said, but I see you can do it. I'm like, really? I don't foresee that shit happening. I'm like, oh, God. All right. Not cool, but I guess. And, I was reluctant. Okay. God says, you got to do it. He said one of the things like, it's kind of like if one of you die, both of you die. They don't understand that. The people that are doing the killing, spiritually or physically. He said they do understand it. What they don't understand is when they try to kill him. And you don't get why he doesn't die. You are keeping him alive. What you have absorbed is his death. Anger set in, curiosity set in, understanding set in, frustration set in, mind blown set in. Fuck. No matter what. I gotta save his ass. God's like, yeah. Because she wants him. But she's not you. She brings out the worst in him. But you bring out the best in him. And once you crack open his heart, he's a teddy bear. And he'll love you like nobody's ever loved you before. I said, well, since I'm supposed to have some powers, do you think, because I'm going through all of this warfare and you already told me, hey, all the times, most of the time, wasn't even my shit, it was his, and I lived, he lived, and can I just tell him and then say, hey, kick them bitches out? Like, I mean, not like a spell or nothing like that. It's kind of like magic to magic, person to person. Like, you get in his ear, tell him the shit you told me, and yeah, this shit works itself out. Well, God's like, it ain't gonna be that easy. You gotta talk to him. Throw your charm out there. And he'll love it, by the way. And when I thought about taking a stab at it, God said, wait a minute now. Don't you fuck this up. I said, damn, what the fuck? What you mean? Don't fuck this up. He said, I could tell the shit you about to say and what you want to say. And, yeah, what you think. I done briefed this nigga home. I ain't even tell him that. I'm like, oh, fuck. Okay. So, even though it took place in that way, and when I did contact this young man, I was still on some shit. I couldn't help myself. I just couldn't. I was like, you the nigga that got about 10 bitches wanting to fucking fight over your ass to damn near killing me over you. And he's like, whoa, hey, how are you? Like, don't nice me. I had bitches want to take my head off for your black ass. What the fuck? And he's like, oh, I think you got the wrong person. No, I don't. Hits came to my goddamn head. God saved my life. And then God told me that you is just like me and we is the same and all this other kind of shit. What the fuck, dude? What are you doing? Like, please put your dick up. It's causing a lot of problems. It's making my life a living hell. I don't know what the fuck, but okay. I'm saying that to say, God was like, y'all two gonna solidify me and your mama in the celestial realm marriage on earth. And I was like, what? Oh shit. I'm like, damn. My task is really that big. God's like, it's even bigger. It's so big. It's so much shit that we just gonna have to feed you with a long wooden spoon for a long ass time. He was like, and we ain't even got that much time. We got to handle this shit right here. It's like we're gonna be taking a lot of shit as we go. He said, we just asking for you to go with the flow. A lot of shit gonna seem fucked up. A lot of shit gonna happen. And it ain't gonna be cool. But you gonna make it. You gonna make it through it all. We see it. Like, we know. We see it. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna tell you as much as we can. They talked to my ass nonstop. Like a year. They didn't leave. They just taught me in different ways. Because I understood. I activated all the different parts of me. And I learned different things. And even with them, like, not being a steady, because it was every day, all day. And it's like they kind of took a break because I was like, I ain't gonna say I was overwhelmed, but what I end up having to do was thank God for memory, okay? So much stuff they rattled off, in some way I was able to bring it back. And then it was like, okay, I knew that they were bringing the conversations back to me for me to handle certain things they had told me about. And I knew that there were a lot of things I needed to handle before certain things can take place. However, certain things were supposed to happen where this young man was supposed to help me. Help me with the fuck shit. You know? Because there have been so many people in the middle that were just mean, that were getting over, that had problems and issues with a lot of things. And I'm just putting it lightly. But it was always going behind somebody's back and then doing just kill shots in different ways. And I was getting hit. I was getting hit hard. I had to learn so much shit on the fly. They helped me with a lot. They helped me navigate and just miss, things out in the open. And I couldn't be afraid of anything. I had to go outside. I had to just deal. I wasn't going to run. I wasn't going to back down because, shit, I didn't know if this shit was all coming from my brother's situation too. And then my last boyfriend that died, his shit too. And bitches from my past and shit too. But I realized that, a lot of people were after him for really his money. And I was like, damn. And then on top of it, even if I wanted to come closer, a lot of times I still couldn't because energy portals were open on both of us. And I tried to explain that. I tried not to be angry, and I tried to understand. And but I understood why God had me like personally on a mission in that area. I'm saying all this to say, because it's a lot of shit that I've said. I'm saying this to say that everything that everyone did for their own selfish reasons and their own selfish gain caused a major imbalance to every realm that I had no choice but to fix it with my frequency and to be able to keep and maintain that frequency. And I had to speak about a lot of stuff because that's the only way to kind of infiltrate the devil, and the devil just can't do certain shit. And I know that little difficult man is my devil, but not my devil in evil ways. It was kind of, well, yeah, in evil ways because they were using him against me. But I knew his true origin. He's a dual like me. And so we can be used for good practices or bad practices. But he did not know he was a dual like me. If he did know, he chose to dabble on the other side. And even though I was a bad or tough cookie myself, I still didn't look or come off like one because my look just doesn't look like it. My voice doesn't until I get pissed off. You could tell the difference. It's like, oh shit. But I'll be looked at as the angel. And God said, well, compared to what these motherfuckers do, you look spotless. Like you ain't got no stains nowhere. But you got some, but you ain't got like, you know. So I was like, oh, okay, all right, get it, you know. Order has to be restored. It's like, even though order would be being restored early, I want you to understand, even if I am hundreds of years early, thousands of years early, it is because of all the shit y'all did. It's like you sped up time. Multiple people, multiple groups, multiple wishes, multiple things, pulling things from other places, other realms. It didn't matter. It's like you sped shit up. Voila. You not been here? It was kind of like every form of suppression, oppression, depression, suppression. Been through it all. It's like, oh, okay, all right, I'm over that one. I'm over that one. I'm over that one. I'm over that. It was like that for me, because things kept coming like all the time. I'm like, oh damn, I'm up, I'm down again. I'm up, I'm down again. I'm up and down again, trying to figure it out. But really, as you guys were doing all these things, speeding up time, you're activating my ancestors. And then you go through all of my lineage, right? As you're doing all these things. Whatever the fuck all y'all was doing. Trying to find shit, get the history, the artifacts, use me, do the what, it don't matter. All the shit you was doing to go through me, till it gets to me. And it's kind of like, all right, order of operations. You go through A through Z, is we starting it over. But it has to be started over the right way, with the right people, doing the right things, even if you don't want to. Even if you don't want to. Because we're at a point where you don't get to do what you want to. Because you did what you wanted to the point where you robbed the earth of the earth. It's like, well, the earth can't produce the diamonds fast enough, the gold fast enough, whatever fast enough. It's like it's been on a taking spree from people, from earth, all parts. Just this, even this damn solar system. It's like taken from that bitch too, to where everybody else is like, damn, all right, we got to get these motherfuckers. It's like everybody just, we all in agreement. It's kind of like, hey, the Bible takes the S off for gods. The Bible removes the goddess, and then the God and the goddess, and then the rest of all of them come and be like, hey, do this, bitch. Go after this shit. Fuck these motherfuckers up. Put these motherfuckers in their place. If you knew your magic, you could see some shit. You could do. So I'm relearning, and I'm learning it, but I'm on the fly. On the fly. Whether anyone else is in agreement, I gotta do it. Whether everybody understand it, I gotta do it. Whether people see it all, I gotta do it. It's like I don't get the choices that you guys have. I don't get to knock off and fuck around and do the shit that y'all was doing, because all the shit everybody was doing to me. So then I get a breather, because even when I was on a roll and working and doing, and they were still tapping into me, but my frequency was still high. And so I was getting messages, but I had to turn it up, all the way up, and keep going and keep rising, because I had to stay in love the whole time. And I had to use my brain the whole time. And even if I wanted to retaliate with violence, I couldn't, because everybody else was on violence. Everybody. Against me and against them. Or them. Or us. And if I've been able to hold love this long for 22 lifetimes, it's kind of like, all right, I don't have a choice. I can't look at your situation and say, no, I understand why you wanted to just take this motherfucker out of here. No, I can't. I got to look at who they are, what position they hold, what they about, what they got going on now, what the celestial realm wants, what the other planets need. Like, it's like a thing where I'm constantly getting downloads, and I have to follow through with that. while y'all on some fuck around and find out. And I'm like, I'm telling you, all that shit is to y'all, not me. But y'all had the prophecy upside down because you were thinking that the will of the world was still upside down, and it wasn't. It was already slowly turning in 2018. And it just increased and increased. And then on that day, it was like, all right, we're turning it. And I was anchoring it in with my ship in space and like planted in the ether waters, locking that bitch in, you know. So, what you want, I'm sorry. You're just not going to get because you've had it. And I just can't let it, when you're told and shown the way that the world can be gone, I didn't want to cause a huge panic at the time, but a panic enough because I knew all y'all motherfuckers was watching on my phone. I was hoping it's going to be a little bit easier to get through to you. But if I didn't come in a theologian way of bless you, my child. Oh yes, I've been doing this for da-da-da-da. No, or I got this spiritual resume and I'm this. No, I had to bring it to you real like they brought it to me. With that sense of urgency, stamped, sealed, and approved. I couldn't stop. You know, I couldn't fuck off and fuck around. Because a lot of responsibility was put in my hands because of what you guys did. And I don't mean no harm. But when God depend on you, that's God. It ain't y'all. So, fucked around and found out. Woke my black ass up, and that's what's happening. And I'm fixing the shit, and I'm gonna keep fixing the shit. And you're not gonna take me off my my road here. My road's been sealed, certified, and stamped, and notarized, and all the other kind of shit by the gods. You've been told through all kinds of different divinations and everything, and you know it. So it's like, the jig is up, the gig is up. You're either going to take your position in the right way, or you're going to get out of the way. No matter what, all of this shit has to be fixed. You know? And you just got to get the old era out of your brain. You know, it's no more hurting, killing, taking, depleting. It's love. It's appreciation. It's compassion. It's understanding. And it's negotiating. It's just being fair. You know? Anyway. 2 videos will be on there. Part 1 and part 2. Everybody have a good night. Good morning. Whatever. I hope you understand why things are as serious as they are. And why all of your futile plans were never going to work. Okay? Talk to you later, people. Adios.